Hello there, vlog passengers. Apologies for the darkness and the creepy camera light, but I kind of wanted to get this review in before Monday ended. And so here it is, Vlog Driver's review of the recent movie that everybody's going gaga over, Inception. Alright, I know what some of you are thinking. Why are you waiting until night to make this, Matt? Well, isn't it obvious? It's a movie about dreams. Of course I'm gonna wait until night. So, okay, Inception, you will have to bear with me because I've only seen the movie once, and this is the type of movie that you really have to watch multiple times in order to fully get. Oh, if you hear a clicking sound in the background of this video, don't mind it. It's just the car locking itself over and over again. It's been doing that lately. It's weird. I really loved this movie. Let me tell you why. First of all, the cast. The cast of this movie is just fantastic. There aren't many movies that I can honestly look at and say there are no bad actors or mediocre actors in this film, but this is probably one of those. Even Leonardo DiCaprio, I'll tell you, this movie gave me respect for Leonardo DiCaprio's acting again. I say again as though I had it to begin with, but yeah, it gave me respect for Leonardo DiCaprio's acting. He is actually a very good actor. And you've got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you've got Ellen Page, you've got Michael Caine for a very brief cameo, but then it wouldn't be a Christopher Nolan film without Michael Caine, would it? But anyways, oh, Sorry, I must have dozed off. Cast, right. The cast of actors was really great, and they definitely did justice and improved upon Thorne's somewhat mediocre characterization from the novel. But now we have aspects that really define the careers of both of these two creators, so let's look at descriptions versus effects in imagery. Now, say what you will about Christopher Nolan's movies, but you cannot deny that Nicholas Pear Thorne really knows how to describe things. I mean, his use of nouns and adjectives is really just fantastic. And the verbs, man, the verbs. Thorne knows how to use verbs. Let me tell you, there aren't a lot of novelists that know how to use verbs, but Thorne is definitely one of them. But the imagery in the movie is fantastic as well. And when I say fantastic, I kind of mean that in a literal sense, because the imagery of this movie really captures everything that is surreal and bizarre about dreaming. The direction and the effects here are really, really clever, adding just the right amount of weirdness to something that would ordinarily seem very familiar. But at the same time, it does look very familiar. It shows us that element of dreaming where it seems real at the time. To the point where we honestly don't know at times what's real and what's a dream, which of course is another major theme in the movie. Even if you don't understand what's going on, and believe me, with this film that is a definite possibility, the film is just so much fun to watch. Like the scenes in the hotel where the gravity is fluctuating, I'm not even 100% sure how they did all of that, but it just looks really, really cool. And honestly, most of the effects are nothing more than just clever camera work, which is my favorite type of effect because it is so subtle that you can't even really tell that it is an effect. It seems real. Now, I will be the first to admit that Thorne's use of conjunctions and prepositions is, pretty standard, but what really defines the description in this novel is the adverbs. I mean, the adverbs are almost as good as the verbs. I mean, man, you can't get over how good the adverbs are, seriously. They're phenomenal. They really are. What are you... Matt, are you even trying anymore? Jeez. Sorry about that. Weird day. But as clever as the effects are and as much eye candy as this movie gives us, that is not the defining point of the movie. Probably my favorite aspect of this movie is the fact that it made my brain hurt. This movie has a lot of complicated concepts, it asks a lot of complicated questions, and it's just a really, really smart movie. I mean, Christopher Nolan really has a talent for writing and directing these really, really smart movies and having the audience sit still and watch them and like them. Seriously, anybody who makes the travesty of underestimating the intelligence of movie-going audiences should see this movie, hell, any Christopher Nolan film. And yes, I'm looking at you, Steve Close. This is the type of film that you have to watch 2, 3, maybe even more times in order to catch everything that they throw at you. And honestly, and we're on to personal preference now, but that's my favorite type of story. And to be honest, when I went in to watch Inception, I had absolutely no expectations because I knew very little about the film. I knew that Christopher Nolan directed it, I knew that Leonardo DiCaprio was in it, and I knew that everyone was raving about it, but I knew nothing about the plot or the premise or anything. And I'll admit, the first 10 minutes or so I was a little lost, I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but in the end, it all came together and I got it. Mostly. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again in order to really understand it, but the thing is, I want to. I want to go back and watch it again. So I'm not gonna say that this film is for everybody, because if you're not into the type of films that really do make your brain hurt, then you probably don't want to watch this. But if you do like those films, if you like complicated concepts, if you like watching the puzzle pieces start to fit together, and you like watching really, really cool effects, then go see this movie. It'll be well worth your time. So you're probably able to tell Inception is definitely still on the favorites list. And the next movie on the favorites list is going to be another Christopher Nolan classic, Wait a minute, this isn't right. Hello, shiny, happy, vloggy people. It's Friday. Well, if that isn't the strangest review I've ever done, I don't know what is.